Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adli Arif bin Ismail. So today our group will discuss about remedies in hire purchase agreement, and I will discuss about Section 41 in Consumer Protection Act 1999. It is option against supplier where goods do not comply with guarantees. What's mean of guarantees? Guarantees mean the supplier need to make sure the goods have a certain guarantees, like the good have a quality and the goods not broke or damaged, and the good it have a good function. And so we go to the next slide. First one, where a consumer has a right of redress against the supplier under this part in respect of the failure of any goods to comply with guarantee. The consumer may exercise the following remedies. So the main point is the consumer has a right of redress against the supplier. And what the consumer following remedies? For number one, where the failure is one that can be remedied, the consumer may require the supplier to remedy the failure accordance with Section 42. So we have to know what Section 42 about. This is Section 42. A supplier may satisfy a requirement under Section 41 to remedy a failure of any goods to comply with guarantee by A. Where the failure does not relate to title, repairing the goods. So the supplier may repairing the goods if the failure does not relate to title, and then the supplier may curing any defect in title if the failure relates to the title, and the supplier can replacing the goods with the same identical type of the goods, and D. The supplier can providing a refund of any money paid or other consideration provided by the consumer in respect of the good. So we go back to the number one. So this is the failure is one that can be remedied according with section 42. And for number two, where the failure is one that cannot be remedied or is of a substantial character within the meaning of section 44. So we have to know what section 44 about. So this is section 44. The failure to comply with a guarantee shall be of a substantial character where A. The goods will not have been acquired by a reasonable consumer. So the main point is the goods will not have been acquired. And B. The goods depart in one or more significant respect from the description by which they were supplied, or they were supplied by reference to a sample or demonstration model from the sample or demonstration model. That means the supplier shows the good by reference to a sample or demonstration model, but what goods a consumer get from the supplier is different from the sample or demonstration model. And for C, the goods are not of acceptable quality because they are unsafe. So we go back to number two. This is the failure is one that cannot be remedied. So what the consumer may do, rejects the good and obtain or claim from the supplier damages in compensation for any reduction in the value. Go to the next slide. For the section 41(2), in addition to the remedies under subsection 1, the consumer may obtain from the supplier damage for any loss or damage suffered by the consumer other than loss or damage through a reduction in the value of the good which is proved to be the result or consequence of the failure. That means compensation for any loss suffered by consumer as the result of the failure. And then for section 41(3), the supplier refuses or neglects to remedy, and what the consumer may do. The consumer may have the failure remedied elsewhere and obtain from the supplier or reasonable cost. The main point is have the failure remedied elsewhere. And for B, rejects the good. The consumer may reject the good. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name Muhammad Huzaifah bin Mat Fauzi. My matrix number 1203202. today I will discuss about section 43, which is the right conferred under this act to reject goods shall not apply where A. The right is not exercised within a reasonable time. It means the buyer does not claim his right within a reasonable time. The determination of a reasonable time should take into the type of goods as well as the manner and period of time. B. The goods have been disposed of by consumer. It means the goods have been disposed of by the consumer before they claiming his right. C. The goods have been lost or destroyed while in the possession of a person other than the supplier. It means the goods has been destroyed while being used by someone other than supplier. And D. The goods were damaged after delivery to consumer for reasons not related to their state or condition at the time of supply. Means the consumer claims damages for the damages goods after being delivered to the consumer. And E, the last one, the goods have been attached to or incorporate in any real or personal property, and the goods cannot be detached or isolated without damaging them. It means the goods have been assembled or combined with other property, and if cannot be separated from the property without running. Section 43 number 2. Section 43 number 2 explains what means reasonable time. Reasonable time is mean a period from the time of the supply of the goods within which it will be reasonable to expect the defect to become apparent, having regard to A. The type of goods. B. The use to which a consumer is likely to put the goods. C. The length of time for which it is reasonable for the goods to be used. And the last one, D. The amount of use to which it is reasonable for the goods to be put before the defect apparent. From my topic, the example is if someone buy a product from the Lazada, they cannot to reject the product because it has in agreement.
Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Fakrul Naim bin Muhammad Fadli. My metric number is 1203206. I want to present about customers' option of refund and replacement. As been above, the acts provide an important right to customers of goods, that is, how to reject the goods in appropriate cases. For facilitate understanding, this act provide what customer can get from seller if they get broke product from seller. For example, if you buy the product from Shopee and the product was broke, so you can get something from seller back. He may choose to have the first one is refund. A refund of any money paid of other consideration provided by customer. The second one is replacement. Replacement goods of the same types and of similar value to replace the rejected goods. Section 46.2 explain what is meaning by the terms refund referred to in paragraph. Refund means refund in cash of money paid or the value of any others considered provided or both as the case may require. Section 46.3 clarify that the obligation to refund cannot be satisfied by permitting the customer to acquire other goods from the supplier. And the last one, section 46.4 provides that where a customer obtain goods to replace rejected good under paragraph 1, the replacement goods shall be deemed to be supplied by the supplier. That's all from us. Thank you.